For years, every time a new foldable phone has come out, we've had to talk about the buts. It's a great phone, but it's too thick. The big screen is amazing, but the battery is terrible. The tech is cool, but the cameras are weak. Well, I'm here to tell you that with the new Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 7, the buts are dead. My name is Drew Kozub. I run the tech website geekingout.ca and do an ongoing national TV segment about gadgets and gaming. I've been using the Galaxy Z Fold 7 as my daily phone for almost 2 weeks. While it's not completely perfect, the drawbacks are so minimal and the advantages are so maximized that I think the time has finally arrived for a folding phone to go mainstream. But is this the phone that will make you finally switch to a foldable? Stick around because by the end of this video, I'll answer that question. Okay, let's get the biggest thing out of the way first, although I guess it might be the slenderest thing. The number one complaint about folding phones has always been the bulk. When they're closed, they feel like you're carrying two phones stacked on top of each other. That is now over. Look at this. It's just under 5 millimeters thin. It doesn't feel like you have to compromise by having this bulky device in your pocket anymore. I will point out that the camera bump does stick up quite a bit, and that contributes to the overall wobble factor. More on that later. But overall, the big complaint about foldables being too bulky is not an issue anymore with the Z Fold 7. Plus, you get this giant, beautiful 8-inch display. To give you some perspective, I'm in Canada. This is our $2 coin, the toonie. The Z Fold 7, when it's open, is thinner than 3 toonies stacked on top of each other. In fact, it's so thin that the very first time you hold this, your instincts might be, am I gonna break this thing? But after rocking this thing case-free and screen protector-free for 2 weeks, I can say this phone is a lot tougher than the thin form makes it feel. All right, to make a phone this thin, they should have had to sacrifice something, right? Maybe the battery or the cameras. What is the catch? This was what was going through my mind when I saw the reveal at the Galaxy Unpacked. It turns out nothing was sacrificed. Okay, we lost S Pen support compared to the 6 model, but beyond that, all of the core features are improved, even though we got so much thinner with the Z Fold 7. For the battery, I've been using this thing heavily. I'm talking about both the inner and outer screens, taking pictures, watching videos, playing games, and I'm easily getting to the end of the day with about 20% left. Even when I was traveling and watching movies on my flight and then killing time around the airport by testing out all the different features I could think of on this phone, I still didn't run into battery issues. That's pretty spectacular since the screen real estate that this phone's battery is supporting is much greater than your average phone. And this is achieved not just because of the battery size, but also because of the custom Snapdragon Elite processor that's doing a great job to optimize performance while balancing battery life. Then there's the cameras. Samsung has stuffed a flagship level camera system in here. We're talking about a 200 megapixel main sensor. Yes, 200 megapixels. I didn't make a mistake. 200 megapixels. Pictures look fantastic. Videos are crisp. You can shoot in 8K if you feel like filling up your phone's storage in about 5 minutes. The only compromise with the cameras is you get that big camera module, which does stand out against how sleek the phone is overall. I can make a whole video just about the cameras and photo features with this phone and how the inner camera is great for selfies or group photos, but for this specific review, my plan was just to give you a general overview and then see what people think in the comments section so I can plan my next fold-related video based on the specific things people want to know about this device. So, long story short, you are not getting a watered-down camera system because they made the phone thinner. You're getting the full top-tier Samsung photo experience just in a phone that folds in half. Okay, buckle up. Please don't skip this part. We're about to talk about something that makes people roll their eyes, and that is AI on this phone. AI has become this big buzzword in tech that honestly, most of the time, just feels like a gimmick or it's bolted on to an existing phrase that was already AI, but we just didn't call it that. For all of those reasons and more, I was extremely skeptical about Galaxy AI, or maybe even slightly snobbish. Like, too good, I don't need AI features on my phone. I know how to use my phone well. But after using them, I have to admit, it's actually good, at least in some specific circumstances. Editing photos on this huge 8-inch screen is an absolute game changer, But when you pair that with the Galaxy AI editing tools, it gets really, really great. A lot of phones give you this generative AI editing tool where you can erase unwanted objects, but with the Galaxy Z Fold 7, erasing things that you don't want in the background or just moving them around is so simple and so seamless. One other AI tool I want to call out because I didn't think I would use or enjoy it was Browse Assist. Let's say you're looking up something online and you come across a super long article, but you're not sure it's what you're looking for. You can just tap into the AI tools in the browser to create a near instant point-by-point summary. It'll give you the highlights and even read them out loud to you if you want. I really hope people actually continue to read articles in full. I think this is a great tool to let you know if the article has the gist of the info that you're looking for, and that way you know whether it's worth committing to reading the whole thing. Don't just read the 5-point summary of a 2,000-word article and pretend that you got the whole idea. Actually read the full article. Galaxy AI shows up in a lot of other places on your phone for everything from organizing your daily schedule to screening your phone calls. So at the very least, try all of the features out with Galaxy AI at least once, and then stick with the ones that are decent. You might be surprised how well this works. I recognize so far this review has been pretty positive, focusing on the great things that I like. I'm still probably in the honeymoon phase with this phone because it's still new, but no device is perfect, so let's hit on some of the points that might make you think twice before you shell out all that cash for a folding phone. First, no more S Pen. For that small, passionate group of people who absolutely loved using a stylus with their folding phone, I'm sorry to report this is gone. With past Galaxy phones that had S Pen support, I would always pull it out when I first got the phone, use it as a remote shutter button for the camera, and then almost exclusively forget about it forever. So for 99% of people, I don't think the elimination of S Pen is a big barrier, but for that passionate 1%, I'm sorry. The second drawback is the price. This is a premium phone, but wow, what a premium price tag. It is expensive. There's no getting around that. But for the first time, it feels like you're paying for that next-gen tech, and it's not just about the novelty of a hinge. This truly does feel like the future of foldables for Samsung. Third, the crease. Yes, it's still there. If you're looking for it on a black screen, you'll really see the crease noticeably, but the second you have anything on the display, it almost vanishes. For me, it's a non-issue, and I think it's a reasonable trade-off for a phone that folds in half. However, I know some people, this will drive them absolutely bananas when they're using their foldable in tablet mode. All they'll see is that crease, so yes, the crease still exists. For me, I think it's subtle, but I know for some people it's going to be enough of a reason that they won't want to get a foldable. Finally, the wobble. A phone this thin with a big camera bump is going to wobble when you put it on a table. So, the fix, you can put its screen down, which means you're absolutely going to need a screen protector for that outer display. Ideally, screen protector and case, but if you want that minimal look on your phone, please consider the bare minimum to include a screen protector for that outer display. So, the big question, is the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 7 worth it enough for you to jump on the foldable bandwagon? This is the first foldable I can recommend without a single major but. You get the flexibility of a small tablet when you want it, the convenience of a normal skinny smartphone when you don't, you're not sacrificing battery, cameras, or performance to get there, plus it's not bulky. All those main buts with the previous foldable phones have been eliminated. I would go so far to say that Samsung has reset the standard for foldables, or at the very least, this is a reset of standards for Samsung's own foldables. Probably foldables should be a once every 2-year cycle rather than year to year, but Samsung has pushed one of these out every year in recent history, and the past several generations of Fold have been good, but they're extremely similar to the generation before. Incremental differences year to year at best. In the case of the 7, this is a major change with improvements in the most important areas compared to the 6. If you've been sitting on the sidelines waiting for foldables to finally get good, that time is now. This phone feels like it'll be impressive in a year or 2 or 3 or 4. I feel like this is the new baseline for what Samsung folding phones will look like in years to come. So if you get it now, it's not going to feel outdated in a short period of time. It is expensive. Yes, like eye-wateringly pricey. This is going to keep the phone out of reach of many people who might want it because of the cost. It just is so much greater than a regular smartphone. But if you can justify the cost, you're getting what is, without a doubt, the most capable and compelling smartphone of 2025 so far. So, what do you think? Is the super thin design and Galaxy AI features enough to make you want to switch? Let me know in the comments. I want to hear your questions, the things that you want to know more about with the Z Fold 7, and I'll keep that in mind when I'm working on future videos. If you found this video helpful, a like and subscribe would be very much appreciated. I'd love to spend more time making tech videos, and I can do that with the support from you by watching this video and subscribing to the channel. Remember to check out geekingout.ca for articles and reviews about the coolest stuff in the world of gadgets and gaming. My name is Kozub. Thank you for geeking out with me.